Good morning, everybody. Well, I think I'm going to have a really hard time this morning because I'm not at my place and I haven't found a cup of coffee yet. So this is going to be really hard for me, but I will do a great effort. So this video is made for Emanuela, who wants to know what are the most common prepositions in French. So I'm just going to scroll down and give all the ones I think are the most important. This is not an exhaustive file, so there are more prepositions, but these are the most important ones. And as you could see from the beginning, I first put the ones that indicate time. I go back for a second. Indicate time, indicate space, and then I have a few others. I'm not going through them all. You can ask me the file if you want to work on your own. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do the exercises with you. And then before we start, because here we have exercice, before we start, what I want to explain is that if you have in French the preposition a or the preposition de combined with the masculine word the, so the, le, or plural les, the, then there is a contraction of both. So a, le in French never exists. It always becomes o. And a, les never exists. It becomes o with an X, plural. De, le never exists. It becomes du. And de, les becomes de. So this is really important to know, and I give here a few examples. Sorry. Un gâteau au chocolat. So it's not à le, it's au. I go aux Pays-Bas. Oops, this should have been like this. Aux Pays-Bas. So it's a plural, à les. Les règles du jeu, of the game, du. L'opinion des collègues, the opinion of the colleagues. So really watch out for those four. And then we have exercice. So now we're going to work together. Okay, so I arrive normally at 8 o'clock. I arrive, j'arrive, and you know that if you have two vowels, E and A, coming together, you cut away the E and you put this little accent, this hyphen. It's an accent, I'm sorry, it's not a hyphen. J'arrive normalement à 9 heures. 9 heures. So for the time, sorry, haven't had my coffee yet. For the time at, it's à. Okay? I work from 9 to 6. Je travaille. From is de. To is à. Je travaille de 9 à 6. You can also say 6 heures, but you can also say 6. Je travaille de 9 à 6. After my work, I have a drink at Plux. And what is Plux? This is Place du Luxembourg in Brussels. After, so this is after in time. Après mon travail, I have, I think we would say I take a drink. Je prends a drink, un verre, we say a glass. À Plux, à Place du Luxembourg. Après mon travail, after. Okay. I go home before 11. Before. Je, and to go home in French is je rentre avant 11 heures. Sorry. Je rentre avant 11 heures. So avant is before. I have a meeting in 10 minutes. J'ai une réunion. And in, so that means like 10 minutes from now. J'ai une réunion dans 10 minutes. And watch out, we say 10 minutes. We don't say 10 minutes because it's linked to the M. 10 minutes. I live in Belgium since 1 year. I live, j'habite, in Belgium, en Belgique. I will come to that, but it's en because it's a feminine country. Now, if you have countries, they can be masculine, then it's au. We will see it later. I will write it later. It can be a feminine country, and then it's en. Since 1 year, depuis un an. When you pronounce it, you link the N to en, un an. J'habite en Belgique depuis un an. In the meantime, you can also practice your pronunciation. Repeat the sentences after me. I arrived in 2001. So I arrived. Remember, in French, we will rather use the past perfect. So, je suis arrivé in, it's en I write it like this, 2001. Je suis arrivé en 2001. If you're a woman, you add an extra E, which I am. And so, en is very often in, but not physically inside. If it's physically inside, then it's rather dans. Ok, je suis arrivé en 2001. There's another video explaining how you make the past perfect. We are not discussing this for the moment. I go to France in the summer. Je vais en France. France, it's a feminine country, so it's en. In the summer, en été. You say like in summer. Je vais en France en été. I'm available until 6 o'clock. Je suis disponible. And then until is jusqu'à. Now it's quite a lot of letters here, but it's just pronounced like jusqu'à. Jusqu'à. So we could write something like it sounds like jusqu'à. Okay, jusqu'à. And I know the U is really hard for English-speaking people, so watch out, it's U and not U. Jusqu'à. I leave it here, jusqu'à 6 heures. Je suis disponible jusqu'à 6 heures. I see my friends during the holidays. Je vois mes amis pendant is during les vacances. Je vois mes amis pendant les vacances. I go to the library on Sundays. Je vais à la bibliothèque le dimanche. It's like the on the Sunday, which means in general, on Sundays, le dimanche. Je vais à la bibliothèque le dimanche. And now we see that in French, the à la, there is no contraction, right? À la. À le, there will be, but not à la. I have many friends at work. J'ai beaucoup. Beaucoup is pronounced like beaucoup. Beaucoup. J'ai beaucoup d'amis au travail. And here you see, because it should be à le travail, and I have contracted à le to au travail, at the job. I would like to go to Paris. Je voudrais to go is aller. Paris, it's a city, so we always use à. Paris. Je voudrais aller à Paris. My sister lives in Portugal. Ma sœur. No, this is not correct. I'm sorry. Oh là 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 là. Ma sœur habite. It's a country. It's a masculine country, so it's au Portugal. Ma sœur habite au Portugal. And you see here the O and the E, they're sticking together because this is like an sound in French. My computer does it automatically. Have you always lived in Belgium? As-tu, oops, let's put it here. As-tu toujours, always, habité? Oh, I'm typing so many mistakes. I think it's a coffee. I haven't had my coffee yet. As-tu toujours habité? Belgium is a feminine country, so en Belgique. So for feminine countries, we use en. I go to the US for my work. Je vais aux États-Unis. Let me put a hyphen there. Pour, that's a for mon job, pour mon travail. Maybe let's keep it really French. Pour mon travail. Je vais aux États-Unis pour mon travail. I would like to go to the beach in the Netherlands. Je voudrais. This is really a good expression, you know. Je voudrais, I would like to. And then after je voudrais, you use the full verb infinitive. Je voudrais aller, sorry, to the beach. À la plage. You see, à la, I did not make any contraction. Aux Pays-Bas. Aux Pays-Bas, in the Netherlands. It's a plural. It means the Low Countries. It's a plural. So it's A-U-X. Oh, did I forget the hyphen? Higher on? Okay, you can check that out. This is Pays-Bas, the Netherlands. There is a sushi shop next to my apartment. There is, il y a, un magasin, that's a shop, un magasin sushi. Remember that in French, everything is the other way around. Instead of a sushi shop, we will say un magasin sushi. Next to, and next to is à côté de mon appartement. Okay, am I doing this correctly? No, like this. Okay, il y a un magasin sushi à côté de. This is next to, à côté de mon appartement. It's to the right of my apartment. It is, c'est à droite de mon appartement. À droite de is to the right of. Okay, well, now I'm going to the next page. This will be easier, like this. To the left of my apartment, there is a Deleuze. À gauche de, that's to the left of, mon appartement, there is, il y a un Deleuze. Deleuze is like a food lion in the US. It's a shop, it's a supermarket. I have been to the hairdresser. I have been. J'ai été. This is a hard one. We will do this in the video on passé composé, past perfect. J'ai été. And then if it's to a person is chez le coiffeur. If it's a man, if it's a woman, la coiffeuse. Again, typing a mistake like this. So chez is to, but it's to a person. Okay. Who is on the painting against the wall? Qui est sur le tableau? And on the wall, you could say at the wall, then it would be à le, which becomes au. But you can also say really like against, so not on the wall, but against the wall. And maybe it's not hanging yet on the wall, but it's just against. Then you say contre le mur. Contre is against. For the moment, I take away the O because it's like at the wall. Contre le mur, against the wall. Okay. There are many people in the street today. Il y a beaucoup de personnes in the street. Physically in the street is dans la rue. Today is aujourd'hui. Is there Wi-Fi in the train? And then remember, very often we start in French with est-ce que. Is it so that? Est-ce que il y a, well, I took away the E of the que because there is an I following, so I have to put this little accent. Est-ce qu'il y a du Wi-Fi? And watch out, so in French you cannot have a noun just alone. You always have to put du, de la, des, depending if it's masculine, feminine, or plural, in front of it, which you do not have in English. So, est-ce qu'il y a du Wi-Fi in the train? It's physically in the train, dans le train. She comes back from Paris. Elle revient de Paris. From is de, coming back from. There is a small park across the road. Il y a un petit parc. So across the road is en face de la rue. En face de la rue, yes, in fact, you could say to the other side. Maybe you would not say en face de la rue. Maybe if it's across the, let's say, the station. En face de la gare. If it's across the street, then I would say, I think, and I put it between brackets, de l'autre côté de la rue, to the other side of the street. Okay, so en face de is really standing in front of another building, right? If you have questions, you can always ask them to me. I will leave my email address. When I'm finished, I live near the station. J'habite près de la gare. And remember, an H in French doesn't count. It's not pronounced. It's as if it's not there. So I put this little accent because there is an A following the H. Do you see that? So the H, it's as if it's not there. J'habite près de la gare. I put a red carpet under the table and a white tablecloth on the table. Je mets, I put un tapis rouge. Remember in French, the adjective is after the noun. Un tapis rouge and not un rouge tapis. Un tapis rouge under, that's our preposition, sous la table. Et une nappe. Nappe is a tablecloth, et une nappe blanche sur la table. Good. I like to travel by train. I like, j'aime to travel, voyager. And then if you say by train, for a person going by train, and if it's a motorized, transportation, then you say en train. I'm really sorry. So it's en train. Now, we will have here a non-motorized transportation. So, je viens, I come to work. Je viens to the work, au travail, to the job. By foot, c'est à pied. And why is it à? Because my feet are not motorized. Okay? So it could be en voiture, en avion, en métro, en tram, but it would be à pied, à cheval, with everything, à vélo, everything that does not have a motor. She makes the best chocolate cake. Elle fait le meilleur cake, gâteau. And now, if it's an ingredient, so it's a cake with chocolate, if it's an ingredient, you always use the preposition à. So it's un gâteau à, but we're going to have a masculine thing, so à le doesn't exist, so au chocolat. So you use the preposition à when it is an ingredient. Okay? I go to Paris with my friend. Je vais à, Paris. À, because it's a city, always. With my friend, avec mon ami. Could be masculine friend or a feminine friend. That's up to you to decide. I received a compliment from my boss. I received, past perfect in French, j'ai reçu un compliment de is from, de mon chef, de mon patron. Voilà, de mon patron. From is de. I live between Etterbeek and Ixelles, 2 parts of Brussels. So, j'habite entre, that means between, Etterbeek et Ixelles, 2 parts of Brussels. Brussels has 19 communes, and these 2 are 2 of them. I travel for my job. Je voyage pour mon travail. So, for is pour. This present is for you. That's also pour. Ce cadeau est pour toi. And then if you're a beginner, now watch out, because many people mix the word a present, un cadeau, which you will pronounce like cadeau, like this, okay, cadeau, and gâteau. Gâteau here, which is a cake, which is like g, gâteau. You see, really close. Gâteau, cadeau. Okay, ce cadeau est pour toi. Very well. I take French fries without mayonnaise and coffee without milk. So this is the preposition without. Je prends des frites sans mayonnaise et du café sans lait. Now remember, you have this de and du, when in English you don't have anything in front of the noun. Okay, that's the first thing. Then French fries, well, it's frites that we know. Sans is without. Okay? It's a serious problem according to the newspapers. C'est un problème sérieux. According to is selon. The is les journaux. Well, one newspaper is journal, plural journaux. That we will see in the video about plurals. Are you going to the shop? Again, when we make a question, very often we say est-ce que you're going, tu vas to the shop. It's à le, but à le does not exist. It's au magasin. Est-ce que tu vas au magasin? Well, now here the sentences that are following, well, they are about this contraction. So this is à le, to the. No, I'm coming from the shop. Non. Je viens du. It's a contraction of de le. Du magasin. From the shop. Is this a present for the neighbors? Est-ce que c'est... Oops, I made a mistake. I still don't have coffee. Est-ce que c'est un cadeau? From the would be de les, which doesn't exist and becomes des voisins, the neighbors. Est-ce que c'est un cadeau de voisin? Is it a present from your neighbors? Est-ce que c'est un cadeau de tes voisins? So you see, if it's not just les, but then there's no contraction. So de tes, of your, there's no contraction. Okay? And then the very, very last one, of course, it's going on the other page. You have to explain it to the neighbors. Tu dois expliquer. To the would be à les, which does not exist, becomes aux voisins. Tu dois expliquer aux voisins. Tu dois, maybe it, tu dois l'expliquer aux voisins. I hope this has been useful to you. So if you have any questions or any suggestions to make for videos, you can always write me an email. Maybe Miss A can help you at gmail.com, or otherwise just beneath the video. Success with it.